Hello folks, welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. It was a very exciting live streaming last Saturday, very exciting. It was a big fun to interact with you guys. Just one thing that would be extremely helpful. Don't place off-topic questions while I'm making my full analysis, because I'm reading all your comments, and sometimes that's just bringing some trouble in my mind. So please bring the off-topic questions at the end of the full analysis, and then we can talk about everything you want. I don't care. We can talk about monetary policy, geopolitics, and so on and so forth. Also about token, if I have the information about these tokens, of course. Another thing is I would like to introduce another chapter, as mentioned just 2 weeks ago. The problem I'm fighting against the time, because I'm involved in many different projects, not only on my professional, personal, private side, where I'm leading a project for a federal bank in Germany, but at the same time, Phoenicia. We know Phoenicia is going to be the project for George Wegwitz and Inspocrypto. We will have this week a milestone meeting where we will go more in detail. Our personal roadmap says until end of the year we will release and launch the new website, Phoenicia Education, Phoenicia Academy, where we will introduce and provide you educational stuff, not only option trading, volume profile, and a lot of stuff that George is going to provide you, but at the same time my stuff, metrics, blockchain, indicators, also bringing some informations about references and correlations and so on and so forth. So it will take a little bit of time, but at the end of the year, we should start with Academy. Then we will go over and start to work on the financial parts. It's going to be Phoenicia Finance, where we will provide any kind of tools, informations for every crypto trade. So something like a cockpit where you have all kind of informations right there on one page, to have an overview about all events, all indicators, all everything that it's required to be a successful trader. We will talk about that later on, because that's going to take a little bit, but we will launch the roadmap then, and we will activate the Phoenicia Twitter account, and we will start to provide there more information about that, just to make it clear. But it takes time, and that's my problem at the moment. I'm fighting against time once again. However, it was a very funny stream last Saturday. We will go further. I think it makes sense to interact in that way, and so I will stop to provide every Saturday a full analysis, and instead to make a full analysis via live stream, 1 hour, adding another 30 minutes of Q&A. Well, we know 30 minutes, it's Inspo 30 minutes can mean 3 hours or something. So we will see about that. Another thing we need to talk about, because that's an update from Saturday's live stream, where we talked about the Fed, the monetary policy, and why I said that I'm not a friend of last week's rate decision by the Fed, because it was a very hawkish signal to the markets. And I mentioned that it was a great opportunity to bring a positive sign or signal to the markets. They missed that. I also said that to be too hawkish, to be too aggressive, could bring later on a bigger impact to the economy, a very worst one, depression just by deflation, for example. And I have said that one indicator on why OPEC Plus is going to reduce their oil production is because the crude oil demand will decline. That was Saturday. Today, Reuters is just publishing epic oil stocks to rise on slower demand, OPEC cuts needed to bolster price. Yes, exactly that. It's not a good sign. A little bit expected. It came a little bit too quick because it's usually a process, but it seems that the global economy is shrinking quicker than I thought, and that's not good at all. So while the central bankers, in particular Fed, European Central Bank, Lagarde said today, we will raise the rates every meeting from now on, and we will see when we will go to stop. So exactly the same, well, I would say the same hawkish version of the Fed, and that's not going to end well. Absolutely not, unfortunately. So it seems we are once again in hands of people. I wouldn't say they don't know what they are doing, because they are experts. They have much more data available than we have, and we can see what's happening and what's going to happen. Well, it is what it is, right? We can change that. The only thing we can do is to detect such kind of move and to try to figure out what would be our opportunity, and to play that on a way that we will be the winner at the end of the day and not the losers, because we will have a lot, masses of losers on the other side, unfortunately. People that will just lose everything. Yeah, it sounds very negative, I know, but that's the truth. Let us talk about what's happening to the market, and we start with the wealth ratio 30 days moving average. Yesterday, 71%. Well, we know, and I have showed once again, that the whole market is really very concentrated in very, very few hands related to Bitcoin. That's what's happening at the moment. Absolutely, in my opinion, not bullish at all. Absolutely not bullish at all. So they started to send Bitcoins once again. We did 71%. We know what that means every time when that happens. We declined. The sell pressure starts, and that's what's, at least I was expecting a big push to the upside, but yeah, I don't see that on SPX. I don't see that on SPY. It's a little bit weak what they are doing, in my opinion, indicating they are still waiting and very nervous, because also this week is also going to be very tough. We will talk about that later on, about the events we will have this week. I have mentioned that on a tweet. Yeah, doesn't look great. So wealth ratio 30 days moving average, not reacting yet because it's delayed. So it will start to go up once again, indicating we can go even lower. I still think we are not going to create new lows, but it's just think. I don't know it. So we will see, and we need to adapt to what we are figuring out in my analysis and metrics and everything else. But for me, the most realistic scenario would be go up to 20K, even maybe to 22K if we can do it. That depends on SPY. If we have a short squeeze there, we can do it. We have a gamma wall at 20,500. It's going to be huge, but not impossible. If we can do it, yeah, we can go down to 17.6 to retest our current bottom and then afterwards go up again. But I was wrong with 24K since last year. So I don't have a crystal ball here. I'm not going to tell you the bottom is in, but I'm not going to tell you the bottom is not in. I mean, I don't think the bottom is in because you say the bottom is in if you are expecting a bull run afterwards. It's not going to happen. No bull run. A rally, but not a bull run. And that's just going to be a rally without big accumulation and just to unload more of their bags. That's at least what entities are showing. So we need to see, but that's what I have in mind at the moment. So still expecting we can go up only with the support of SPY. I don't see Bitcoin strong enough to make it on itself. It had, for example, its opportunity this weekend. Nothing happened. Let us go forward. Weights ratio, 30 hours moving average, lifting up once again, while the price also lifted up and declined close afterwards. Because SPY was lifting up and Bitcoin wasn't following. It was declining even more. And last Friday, SPY was dumping and Bitcoin maintaining. That's what they do. That was a very short-term profit trade. Accumulate quick. Don't take all these Bitcoins from the exchanges, not required, because we are selling very soon. And then afterwards, start to dump it. And that's what they did. Why SPY was going up, so artificially creating demand, and they could start to sell just few hundreds above the price where they started to buy. That's a joke, but that's crypto right now. So yeah, whales ratio 1 hour at 89. So you know, everything above of 90, it's much more critical, usually indicating bigger sell pressure is coming in. Not happening at the moment, but stablecoin supply declining even more than before, so new low. And stablecoin reserves on centralized exchanges declining as well. So it's mainly indicating they are selling, taking out all these stablecoins, sending to treasury, burning, swapping to fiat, and that's it. So it seems fiat is the most bullish asset right now. Incredible, yes. And a nightmare for every Bitcoin maxi, of course, at the same time. I'm very sorry to say that, but it's even for me, it's incredible to see how strong the US dollar looks like. Even I don't think that's going to hold an eternity. I don't think so. Absolutely not. But at the moment, it's just bringing a lot of pain. So let us go forward. So related to flow activity, very, very flat. Everything today, the biggest one was 1,000 Bitcoins. Yeah. And the second big one, 900 Bitcoins. But even stablecoin, nothing since a week now. Today we had 12 millions in stablecoin inflow. So that's peanuts. Nothing, absolutely nothing. But when I see such a very flat Bitcoin inflows, for example, the next step, what I do is to change to the daily resolution. Because for me, the most interesting part is a little bit the net flow, you know, just to see where is the difference, or much more, can I see if these guys are accumulating Bitcoins on centralized exchanges, because I know and I can see that the reserves are lifting up. So that's the second most interesting part. And then I start to check, for example, we had here September 19th, so that's now a week ago, 23,000 Bitcoins inflows, 19,400 Bitcoins outflows, means in favor of inflows. Here, 12,800 Bitcoins in inflows, 11,800 Bitcoins in outflows. inflows in favor by just 1,000 bitcoins. But then here, 20,000, almost 21,000 bitcoin inflows, 17,000 bitcoins outflows, 4,000 bitcoins in favor for the inflows. Here, a difference, so opposite way, 12,300 bitcoins inflows, 15,800 bitcoins outflows. So at least 3,500 bitcoins in favor of outflows. And then almost neutral, 15.5 to 15.7. And here 3,500 to 2,600, so almost 1,000 bitcoins in favor of inflows. Then here once again 4,600 to 2,300, 2,300 bitcoins in for inflows. And once again, so that's what these guys are doing. The gap is what it maintains on decentralized exchanges. And you say, well, but 7K, it's not big. No, it's 7K here, it's 3K here, it's 4K here, it's 5K here, and they are accumulating. Then when they see and have just one kind of price level they have in mind, they press the button and starts to nuke or to dump or whatever. And we can see that these guys are accumulating once again. It's crazy. Yes. Well, we don't need to say that just because they are accumulating on centralized exchanges, it's automatically bearish, because even if we go up, they will try to distribute their way up. That's what Waze loves to do. At the moment, doesn't look like. It doesn't look like the Bitcoin is strong enough just to push up by its alone. They need SPY. I'm a little bit expecting a short squeeze on SPY. I can't tell you when exactly, of course not. This week we need to wait because it's looking very tough this week. But I had to talk with George, and he is also expecting such a short squeeze on SPY. So that would support a lot to go up at least to those 20,500, and then to check what's going to happen. Okay, let us go forward. So what we see is open interest recovered and declined very well because of the pump and dump, and of course the leverage ratio too. So what happened here? They liquidated late longs and shorts and high leverage positions as expected. Unfortunately, something they love to do. At least one thing changed since the weekend, and that's absolutely cool. Even in the weekend it happened, it seems, but since midnight we can see we received 150 million in stablecoins to derivative exchanges. That's not bad, not huge, but not bad. And related to bitcoins, well, 2,000 bitcoins to derivative here, another 1,800 here, another almost 3,000 bitcoins here. I think that correlates very well to the market maker entities. And we have another 1,100 bitcoins here. So some activity happening there, nothing huge, but at least something is happening, and that's good. Even retailers are, it seems, staying away, because some people, when I tweeted that centralized exchanges activity is dumping very hard to new lows, people started to mention, yeah, but look, on Binance, more volume. It's not the problem. If you have 10 or 50 whales, they are going to generate you the volume. But Binance and all other centralized exchanges are not going to make big money with them. They make big money with quantity, so with a lot of traders, not just because of the volume. And so that's why my setup in this chart is transaction, so deposits and withdraw counts. It's not about volume. I don't care about the volume. Not really. It can have some hidden information. It can. It don't need to have hidden information. We have a 0 fee promo still running. Automatically, that's, let some people make different transactions on centralized exchanges, for example. Well, I'm not directly talking now about wash trading, but also possible. So let us go forward. We can check. They liquidated here some shorts. Nothing big, and I'm still missing here, I don't know why, all the informations to this chart. They changed. Now it's here. Okay. Well, so we can see that they liquidated some shorts, nothing big. And you know what I see when they are trying to liquidate shorts. Usually they liquidate shorts because afterwards we will go down. So it wouldn't surprise me if we go more up, more up, more up to liquidate all the shorts, more, and then to dump. We need to see. It's too early now to say that, but would be. That's the aggregated one, the aggregated view. We can see that they are liquidating some shorts, nothing big. At the same time, open interest lifted up when the price went up with a leverage ratio and bought declined afterwards, indicating they liquidated shorts. At the same time, just for example, also here they are liquidating again shorts because many just jumped in here and they liquidated them, but nothing big on longs, for example. I mean, it doesn't look big, but now it looks bigger, right? So I can tell you why. We have here 145 bitcoins and shorts, and we have here, for example, 130 bitcoins and longs they liquidated. Not big at all, absolutely not. But they liquidated shorts, they liquidated longs. That was a shakeout, a little shakeout, and then afterwards up. Now we need to see if we are going more up, if we are going more down. I really don't know yet. That's Binance. We see on Binance funding rates lifted up, declined a little bit. We can also here see leverage ratio. So it seems they really liquidated a lot, but at least relatively a lot of high leverage positions here. And that's why the open interest declined once again to its former low. Incredible. People will never learn it seems. So BitMEX, let us check BitMEX and then let us go directly here to the Kingfisher. What's happening here? Can we spin? What? Excess? Yeah, later on, not now. Go away now. No! Spin. Give me a blue. Give me a blue. Crazy. Yeah, I like. So Binance, let us check here while we are taking into account. So still looking very bearish because almost 1.6 billion in longs while 800 million in shorts. 66 to 34, still too bearish in my opinion. And once again on Ethereum looks a little bit different, a little bit more healthy, but even here not big at all, not big at all. So also here we need to see Binance reduced or it maintains its volume in clusters. We can see what they are doing, while for example longs doing that here. So for longs we need to go even hitting 17k for example, while for shorts would be enough to go to 19.6. We are not that far away anymore from 19.6, so possible. Otherwise, almost 28K, because that's where the big cluster is waiting. So let us check if that correlates also with FTX. Takes a little bit. No, it doesn't. Absolutely not. So on FTX we have more longs, so they are doing the opposite of Binance. While we have on Binance low leverage shorts, big it seems, just based on the cluster. We have on reduced in liquidations, but we have on FTX exactly the opposite. So on FTX they have low leverage longs instead. Also interesting. So we need to see. Doesn't correlate at all. Let us go forward. So we will check now what's happening here to the option trades. First of all, huge gamma wall at 20,500. I have tweeted about that. That's really huge. Usually that should work like a magnet. So really attracting the price to go up to 20,500 while they are starting to distribute the way up. So, and it should work as a resistance. So 20,500 usually should be expected as next level. And then we need to see what's going to happen at 20,500. If it can break to the upside, would be extremely good, because they could push the price more to the upside. If we are noticing that's not strong enough, it's the best opportunity and very accurate one to place a short here and to go down with the price, making money. At almost 19K, so not that far away from our current price, the GEX was minus 27,000. So also here indicating we have more the possibility to go up than to go to the downside, because minus 27,000 is not oversold, or that's RSI language now. It's not indicating we are in one absolutely extreme but hitting. So minus 50,000 would be extremely bullish. Right now it's more bullish than bearish, but we could even go a little bit more down. So we need to see here. Related to strategies, today, Monday, it's a very, very, very quiet one, because the only strategy we have here is the bull diagonal spread with puts, indicating bull, it's bullish. Well, yes, it is, but not that bullish. If we go to the bull diagonal spread with puts, like here, it's indicating they are expecting until end of October a price above of 16K. So usually not really bullish, and also indicating we can go even lower before 16K here, even 16K here. So it seems it's just one trader here, and this trader spent, let me see, he spent almost $330,000 in premium. So it's not that bad at all. We need to see. So also here indicating that even October could be bearish. Wow. But I stick to my plan. I stick to my plan that November, December should be bullish. So we need to see. 1,000 lots. Yeah. And almost they spent, even more. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 400K. That's big. That's really big. So someone is expecting we could dump lower. So then my current bottom is not the final one. We can even go a little bit lower and then go up. So we need to see. Let us go forward. So if the X, it seems it's stabilizing and potentially they start to go up. We had here a reversal, a flip, also here on the aggregated, but then also here flip back. You know, doesn't look great at all. That's FTX. That's Binance. Binance, as mentioned, they started to buy more here, then they flipped once again here. So also here we need to see that's 1-to-1, of course, because Binance is due its liquidity, has a bigger impact to the price. That's Bitfinex. Not buying at all, instead using any kind of opportunity to distribute even more. And well, Coinbase, well, I mean, Coinbase didn't purchase. No, they are even not doing anything. Wow, crazy. So yeah, doesn't look great at the moment, to be honest. If we check now the entities, retailers, well, lifting up more. Also here, also here. So once again, wallets with less than 100 bitcoins, extremely bullish. These guys did what they love to do: buy the dip, sell the local top, make quick profits, and the market maker entities. And these guys are not accumulating at all, not even start to rise their balances. It will take a little time, but nothing big happening here. Also here to these entities mainly related to centralized exchanges lifting up, indicating, and it matches very well to their reserves, Bitcoin reserves, that they are lifting up. We can see, and that once again, I don't know what CryptoQuant is doing here. So I need that here. Yeah. As you see, 1,600 bitcoins fund flow related to market maker. Afterwards, dumped once again, and these one were mainly, as I know, let me check. That was 12. Yeah, that was related to. That was related to derivative exchanges. They sent bitcoins to derivative exchanges and not to spot, mainly, in my opinion, indicating they are expecting will go up, because usually they use both spot and bitcoins to derivative exchanges to place shorts. But it seems it's not happening here. So once again, very interesting, the information these guys are giving us. Well, I mentioned today that here spot and derivative activity on centralized exchanges are dumping very hard, and you have here moving average. It's indicating you it's declining more and more and more, and that's really crazy and not healthy at all for the whole structure of the market. At the same time, we have here fund flows, for example, indicating bigger OTC, potentially OTC activity here, for example. So usually indicating, that they are preparing to dump afterwards, like they did just before here. And afterwards the price dumped. That's every time when centralized exchanges starts to decline in activity, every time that's what they happened. So also here declined, OTC actively then starts to send bitcoins to OTC, centralized exchanges, whatever, and then to dump afterwards. Yeah, that's it. So nothing more here. The only thing, and that's also something I have tweeted about that today, it's that Bitcoin reserves on centralized exchanges are lifting up once again. So also making almost 10,000 Bitcoins right now sounds not big. I would be careful with that. So let us see exchange vaults. What's happening here? Well, on Coinbase, nothing changed. As you see, they placed more liquidity here, everything at 16K, and even here at 10,000, for example. Reinforce the walls here everywhere. Even here, 16 as mentioned, 17. At the moment, we have two clusters of volume maintaining the price, very controlled, everything at 20K, waiting a bigger wall. And yeah, so nothing changed since Saturday here. Deribit indicating 19,385 and 18.8, so nothing big, and also at 18.5, I would say. Bitstamp looks a little bit different, so 20,200, and that's it. So as you see, they reinforced here, even placed a new bigger wall at 16.7. A lot of liquidity here, still there, you can see that. So it looks like they are really expecting a bigger dump. Otherwise, why to lock all liquidity there? Binance Spot. Reduced volume at 20K, remove the wall at 19.6. As you see, that's what they did the whole weekend. And then bounce here. That's crazy. That's such... Sometimes I would love to look for a new hobby and just to say, you know what, make whatever you want to do, but unfortunately I love this market, and that's I don't know. It's like slap myself all the time. Trying at 19.5 and right now here at 19.3 to limiting the way up. Placed new wall at 21,800. A bigger one, 21,200, and waiting here 20,000, but they removed the wall here almost, at least a lot of volume reduced there. Also here placed a new wall at 14,200, 13,000, 11,000, yeah, 7.5. Someone in hundreds or something? No, maybe I should place such a big order at $50 or something. That's so wow. However, also here a lot of liquidity between 18.5 and 17.5. Bitfinex Spot. Nothing changed here. No. FTX Perp looking to, they are triggering all their shorts. They placed a lot of short orders and they are triggering all their short orders. So it wouldn't surprise me if that's the local top and afterwards down. However, they are also waiting here at 19.6, also waiting here at 19.8, also waiting here at 20,000. Here at 20,500, some volume, remove the wall at 21,500. We have reinforced at 15K. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So 20K is going to be a challenge to reach 20K at the moment. Only with SPY, without SPY, not possible. It's really sad to say that we are depending on SPY. That's really sad. Removed volume at 20K. That's now Kraken. Still volume here, reinforced a little bit at 18k, and that's it. Yeah. So also here nothing big. It looks like a little bit. It looks like they are expecting a dump, a bigger bearish price action first to, you know, to buy the dip and then maybe to go up. So BitMEX, remove the wall at 23,600. We have some volume here between 21 and 21,700. Removed here different walls, and instead they placed liquidity at 11.6. It seems they are here placing at 12.5 and 13.4. Yeah. So it seems shifting also here from 17 and 14 to even lower areas. I placed here one wall at 25, but Binance Futures. Binance Futures still waiting here with a big shot at 20,700. Remove some liquidity here, but still, as you can see, they are placing. Oh my god, that's a clown word, really. So the big liquidity on longs on Binance are between 15k and 7. Crazy. Just crazy. They are almost telling us what's going to happen. And short positions. They are waiting here. Shorts. Trigger my shorts. Trigger my shorts. So yeah, looks crazy. Looks really crazy what they are doing. Not bullish at all. Bitfinex derivatives. No, nothing changed. Still waiting here. That's the cluster 16.2 and 16. So 16 could be maybe the next bottom. Who knows? Kraken futures. Nothing. OKEX futures. Wow. Wow. Okay. Crazy. They are shorting like hell. I mean, minus 7,000 volume delta. Minus 5,000? Wow. That's crazy. But that's US dollar, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, that's not that big. I thought that's Bitcoins. No. Okay. And FTX spot. FTX spot looks like they want to stop at 20,300. So it would match very well to what I have said. They removed some liquidity here at 10,000 and so on. So they placed, it seems, liquidity again at 14, 14.5, 16. So that would match to Bitfinex. Also interesting. Yeah, and they are waiting here at 20,300. Okay, so also here nothing big. It seems they are waiting here at 19.4. Yeah, they are waiting at 19.4. Makes sense. We have another resistance level there, so to go up. So as soon as we break the 19.4, I think we could go directly up to 20,000, 20,500 or so. So press the turbo button, create FOMO just for some hours before we can, tomorrow maybe, I don't know, we will see, because tomorrow it's going to be with Powell speak about crypto and CBDCs, could be in particular very bearish for crypto. We will see. Maybe not. Powell is surprising us sometimes, so we will see here as well. Let us go and talk about my personal conclusion here. So what we see here right now, we had a little deviation here. So in case you ask, we had a little deviation here, but the trend line is very accurate, as you can see here and also here, indicating that they are trying to have a breakout and failing at the moment. They failed here, now they are failing, and that makes everything a little bit more risk. It looks like if they are going to fail, I mean, potentially we could go down from here, retest that, and then go up, just to shake out the late longs and then shake out the late shorts and then once again go up. But that's something they tried here once. That's what they did, went up directly. I thought, oh, that's going to break out, then shake out, and now retesting it, it seems they are failing once again. So we need to see. I'm still longing, so in case they break out, retest, and then go up, hitting 20,000, that area here. That would be our big challenge between 20,200 and 20,500. So that's where I will be extremely focused what the price, how strong they are going to push up, because 20,500 is going to be huge. It's really going to be a big challenge to break out. So at 20,000, I think just at 20,200, I will place a short at the same time. I'm not going to close my long to hedge my long. If I see they are starting that Bitcoin, it's indicating some weakness, I will close my long, take profit, maintain the short with a tiny stop loss, and then see what's going to happen next. So we know here everything below 18.8, it's critical right now, because otherwise, even if they go and fail and retest that area and you see it's going down, be careful here, because that's not enough for me. It could bounce. So we need to go down, retest that area once again, fail, and then go short, because then we will go directly to 18K. At least we test that area of 18.2. 18 is a critical price level. If we lose 18K, even new lows would be possible. So we need to be extremely careful right now. However, my strategy at the moment is maintain my long, wait to see what's going to happen here. If they maintain that weak, I will start to hedge with a short, speculating a little bit that we can go down, hitting again 18.8, 18.7 something. Then to close my short here, in case it doesn't look that strong, bearish anymore, and even maybe add more to my long here and to wait, because I think we will go up afterwards. I'm still short-term bullish, even I'm mid-term bearish. In long-term, well, long-term, what's long-term? For the next month, bearish. Maybe for the next few years, bearish. Not indicating a huge bull run. You know that I'm a crypto believer, so for me that's the future, no doubts. But at the moment, once again, it's, short-term, it looks absolutely not bullish at all. Absolutely not. Even we can go up to 20,000, 20,500, and let this be 22K. Doesn't look bullish at all. Absolutely not. And we will go down once again. I would love to see a retest of 17.6 and to go up afterwards, because we will go down in 2023 and 2024 anyway. That's part of my strategy, even if it's long-term strategy, but yeah, and part or mid-term, but that's part of my strategy. So we will see. However, we need really to see what the price is going to make here. At the moment, I will see, but if they maintain, if they are really so weak, they can't just break 19.3, the best you can do is just to open a short. If you are longing, maintain your long, hedge with the short, because everything else doesn't make any sense. Bitcoin looks extremely weak. Without SPY, almost not possible to do anything here, unfortunately. Okay, I hope it was insightful, and big love. See you tomorrow. Your Inspo. Bye bye.